Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's a AWI Pod pay per view. I'm sorry, premium live event pay per view special. I told you I'd be back to saying it by the next one. I of course am your host Brent Piles, and with me is one of my tag team partners. He is the Bar and Brawl and Disco Dance and Dynamite Stretching Intercontinental Playboy. Folks, he's more over than the fast food restaurant in America, Culver's. J. Russell, not Glenn Abbott. Glenn, you're probably not that over, but
No, I can't beat that. I wanted that all the way from the other side of the Atlantic, that burger.
Oh, it's worth a trip.
if you don't know, if you're not aware what we're talking about, the other member of our podcast team, our third tag team partner here, he's Mayor Tar this week. He did his meal with the mayor today, and he went to Culver's. And if you've never been to a Culver's, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. You see that blue and white box, you open that, it's like getting a Super Nintendo in 1992 on Christmas morning as a kid. It's just magical every single time. It doesn't matter what's in there, you're winning. It's delicious. But that was another level. I still don't know what it's called. I need to go back and look it up. Like I should have been more prepared. I think it was called
Thought
the
it was a
Beer House
bacon
Burger.
onion turtle burger, wasn't it?
That's exactly how I would describe it. And if anyone is listening to this that wants to go get Culver's, ask for it exactly that way. I want the bacon onion turtle burger and tell them the mayor sent you.
And they'll know exactly what you're talking about.
And I do want to say, after I got done recording and I ate more of it, there was a spicy mustard on it exactly as I wanted. It was just hidden in there. I only took 2 bites when I recorded, so
you hadn't got to the center with the
I
spicy
didn't get to it
mustard
yet,
lie.
and it was still had the spicy mustard in there exactly how they should have. Like
If I may
they nailed it.
to you, not maybe for a video, but if you ever just go to a Culver's to eat, if you like a spicy chicken sandwich, they have a really good spicy chicken sandwich too. It's one of my favorites. You really can't go wrong with anything that you order at Culver's. I don't like fish sandwiches, but I bet their fish sandwiches
Oh,
are
the fish sandwich is
really
phenomenal. It's the best fish sandwich in the game.
yeah.
I really rated it like a 9.4. Like it was ridiculous. Like it was better than anyone else.
Did you have the fish sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
one time.
Sorry, I get high a lot, so I forget a lot.
Yeah, one year I did like 4 fish sandwich reviews all at one time for Lent.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's good.
So I ate them back to back to back to back and just rated them. And Culver's was like so far above the next one. I think the next one was like an 8.2, and I think it was like Dairy Queen's King's Hawaiian fish sandwich. But I'm guessing too many people aren't here to listen to me talk about fish sandwiches, or maybe they are. Who knows?
I mean, fuck, who knows? I mean, maybe
Everyone likes fish sandwich. Well, everyone likes food, so
everybody likes food. I don't really like fish sandwiches.
nah.
I like fish and stuff, but I don't want like a processed fish sandwich from a fast food restaurant. That's just not what I'm looking
Gotcha.
for. I want some like tilapia. You know what I mean? I don't want.
Oh man, some good grilled some grilled swordfish with scallops. Whew. That hits the
Yeah,
spot
sign me
for
up
me.
for that all day. I don't think I've ever had swordfish, but I would absolutely try it.
Oh,
It's
it's so
lovely.
good.
It is
Yeah.
good.
It's my favorite fish.
Not had it over here, but I've definitely had it down in the Mediterranean, and it's lovely.
Sounds delicious. I never was a big seafood fan when I was a kid because I was too picky of an eater, and I'm still a pretty fucking picky eater, but I do love some seafood. Give me some seafood all day, and I'll be a happy
Mhm.
camper. So we've gathered here this evening to we're gonna watch some Slamboree 1996. Well, you won't get to see any of that because we can't do that on YouTube because it will get fucking kicked off. So, but we're gonna do that after this. But another reason why we gathered here this evening is to make our premium live event selections for the NXT Battleground premium live event that is coming up this Sunday. Which at first when I looked it up on Google, it said it started at 9:30 Eastern time, and luckily I checked WWE's website, and that is not in fact the case. It actually starts at 7:00. So thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made it very long for that. I don't make it past 10 o'clock Eastern time anymore.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's 7 a.m. for Glenn.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
no.
By the time it's over.
9 a.m. finish.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know what a
Mhm.
sexy red is, but I want it to go away forever and never come back.
Yeah, I like to describe it as when you call a bouncer who's jacked and gigantic tiny, like it's just an ironic saying because I can't imagine anyone actually thinking that woman's sexy.
I mean, her hair is
No.
red, so 50% of it's right.
It's got
She's
to
red. I mean, she's got the right color. She's red.
I think Dan was right when he said that it's like when they call guys that are over 6'10" tiny.
Yeah.
And
Like Zeus. Zeus's real name was Tiny. Tiny Lister was his name, and he certainly wasn't tiny. Debo?
No.
although I will say, if she comes out into Tonka gear with the red hair, I'll give her credit.
God.
All right.
Have you seen
Sexy.
the
Wait, what if we combine her with Terry Taylor and she becomes the sexy red rooster?
Have you
No.
seen the woman?
No.
No, thank you.
You
What
wouldn't
you
want
say?
to see her dressed up as a Tonka.
I lost Glenn on that one.
No, Glenn's out on that one. Yeah, she would be better hosting Halloween Havoc, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She scares the life out of me. That's why. But yeah. Is there anything else from like Raw that you guys want to discuss, or if you guys watch NXT? I didn't watch NXT because it isn't on Peacock yet, so I can't watch it. I did watch most of Raw, all but about the last 20 minutes of it. So, Glenn,
It's not on Peacock.
what NXT?
Yeah.
It comes up on Peacock, but they don't put it up till Thursday.
Oh, great. That's nice
Yeah.
of them, isn't it?
Very nice of them.
Because it's that we can only access it on the network, which actually puts me off of watching it because I have to watch it on my phone.
Oh yeah.
So but that'll get the computer out.
Yeah, the only way I can watch. I mean, I could watch it on my illegal streaming box, but I just don't ever feel like it. So I usually do go back and watch some of it, like on Saturday morning.
Did you guys see Raw?
I did watch most of Raw. Yes, Glenn.
Yes, I did. I watched a lot of Raw. Well,
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, I was a big fan of this guy when he was in a tag team action, but I feel like this week was Ludwig Kaiser's breakout moment. That
definitely.
match with Sheamus, it had to have gone. It felt like it was an hour, and I mean that in a good way. Like those guys beat the hell out of each other, and it was brutal. It was long. It was back and forth action. It made sense, and it was one of the better. Raw keeps. It's a 3-hour show, so eventually you're going to get something good in there. But man, that match, I go back and watch that again tonight and be happy. That was a fantastic match.
Was that the main event?
No,
I
think it was like the top of the 10. Was it 9 o'clock hour? Maybe
9 o'clock. It was early.
They must have cut that out of the Hulu version because I didn't even see it.
Oh,
don't know why.
It was a long match. I mean, it may have gone 30 minutes. I'm not sure. It felt like it went a while, but like I said, it was in a good way. Like it was back and forth, just brutality. And
So
normally, I guess you wouldn't think of Ludwig Kaiser being like one of those big meaty men slapping meat, but they literally beat the hell out of each other.
He is a handsome son of a bitch. I'll tell you that.
He is a handsome son of a gun.
Yeah, so the last thing I saw was I didn't see the match, but I'm assuming that Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair won, but they were starting the Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill versus Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark match. So did that come before or after the Ludwig match?
That
I think it was after, right?
Okay,
it was after because I didn't see that.
Okay, maybe then it still is on the Hulu version.
That was in the second hour, well into the second hour, I think.
I feel like after 10 o'clock, I cut it off because I started getting sleepy. So nothing against whatever happened after 10 o'clock. I just didn't probably see it.
Well, I
heard this thing that it's like when I was younger, I always wanted to grow up so I could have my bedtime was 9 o'clock when I was younger, and I wanted to grow up so I could go to bed whenever I want, which actually ended up being 9 o'clock. So I get you on that one. Most of the time, by 9:30, I'm like, I'm done, which is like 10-year time. So we all can't be like Glenn.
No,
I'm even not like Glenn anymore.
Glenn can't even Glenn anymore.
No, I can't. I can't stay up that late anymore. But I did manage to stay awake to watch Stevie Turner against Jordan Grace. That was an excellent match.
Oh, I didn't get to see that one.
NXT, huh?
That was the first one on the card. They opened with it. So yeah, in NXT, sorry.
Oh no, I figured. Good to see Stevie Turner on TV because I don't. She's
Mhm.
not on TV very often.
I thought she was let go.
Nope, still alive. Still
Yeah,
still
she's still
kicking.
there.
And
I always
think
enjoyed her with her internet gimmick kind of deal that she had. I thought that was fun, but she was good in the ring too.
when
I
she's
enjoyed
a space
her.
alien.
The fourth dimension of Paddington.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to be a space alien. Her and Chris Statlander used to be aliens.
AT Aliens.
That's a great album by Outkast. Good
Yes,
stuff.
it is. Yeah.
Glenn, you familiar with Outkast?
I am.
I was hoping so, Glenn.
Did he just say hey ya?
Hey, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say favorite Outkast song, but that's going to take us down a whole nother route. We'll be here for another hour, so I'm not going to do that. What I really liked from Raw, it was I don't know if this was the very beginning, but it was the very beginning of the show that I saw. Sami Zayn comes out, and the Alpha Academy comes out there, and they have like a letter from Chad Gable or whatever. And I just thought that back and forth with them and him was really good. And then Gable coming out there and getting involved, and just that whole entire thing, I just thought it was a really good segment. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. And I'm just waiting for the day when Otis finally is going to lay, Chad Gable out. He's going to get that pop he didn't get at WrestleMania 36 when there was no fans, and he finally beat Dolph Ziggler and won his Peach Mandy Rose. Remember that?
Mhm.
What a moment.
That
It's
was
going to be the same sort of thing.
Felt like a lifetime ago, but yeah. I remember she got knocked out of the Royal Rumble and he caught her and his legs started quivering. Yes.
Yep. I remember it well. I'm sure Otis does as well. So I don't know. I think everything that they've been doing, and then now they're going to have the match between Sammy and Gable at Clash at the Castle, which should be fun. So I just thought that was a really good segment. Thought everything that those guys have been doing has been great.
I agree. I'm enjoying them. I'm enjoying Drew and Damian and Gunther in the ring together, kind of having a little back and forth was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I tell you what, for Otis being such a big bloke, he can do downtrodden very well.
Yeah, surprisingly, he can. Yeah.
Yeah, because if there's a guy that would just want to like grab you up and do whatever he wanted to, Otis could do that. I mean,
yeah. He could pick motherfuckers up and put motherfuckers down, and there ain't shit that they could fucking do about it. You're absolutely right.
No, it doesn't matter on the size. It could be Omos.
Yeah.
He'll move Omos around however he wants.
Yep.
That's right. But he puts it over really well that he's being hurt, being pushed by.
I feel like he just was a very modest, like humble guy, and that it just kind of like transfers naturally onto the screen for him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell just from like when you see him anywhere, he just seems like a big fucking lovable teddy bear.
He doesn't have like an ounce of whatever Grayson Waller has in him.
Yeah. He doesn't have that sort of thing.
No, whatever Grayson Waller has, just exuding like asshole, hateable charisma in a way.
Yeah.
Otis is the complete opposite end of that spectrum.
Yeah, I bet.
You
Like,
just want to root for Otis no matter what.
I've heard a comparison made to like Reggie White. Like the difference between Reggie White and Lawrence Taylor is that Reggie White would tackle you and then go, "Oh, sorry, brother," and pick you up and try to help you. Lawrence Taylor wanted to break your bones and then eat your legs. Is what he wanted to do. There's just not. It's like Reggie White was really good, but if he would have had the mentality of Lawrence Taylor, he would have been fucking unstoppable. He would have just been murdering people out there. But because he just didn't have that extra thing. And I kind of get that from Otis too. He's just he could really hurt you if he wanted to, but he's probably
has got the killer instinct.
Yeah, he's probably just
but then he'd invite you over for dinner afterwards.
Yeah, he beat you up and then feel bad about it. Yeah,
you wouldn't get much though, would you?
Well, I don't know. Those Midwesterners from Minnesota make some big meals.
Yeah, they need to.
Well, yeah, goddamn pal, you got to do something when it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, -60 isn't fun.
No, it's definitely not. Like my scrawny ass, I wouldn't make it in that sort of weather. I'd freeze to death. You got to have a little meat on your bones to live there. Well, I don't know if there's anything. I don't know anything else anyone else wanted to discuss, or you want to get into making these picks.
Let's get into the picking.
Yeah, let's get to the picks. I think we covered enough of it.
All right, let's do it. There are 6 matches on this card. At least that's what Wikipedia says, so that's what I'm going to believe. I'll read them off as I know them. The first one is a ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. It is Sol Ruca versus Last Legend versus Fallon Henley versus Jada Parker versus Michin versus Kalani Jordan. And it's amazing that I got all those right without tongue twisting myself at all. And I'm going to reward myself by letting myself pick first. All right, let's do a little process of elimination here. Michin, probably not. Probably don't think that's going to happen. Kalani Jordan, I don't think Kalani Jordan's going to win it either. Lash Legend, probably not. So that leaves me with 3. Sol Ruca, Fallon Henley, or Jada Parker. Maybe I shouldn't have made myself go first on this one. What an idiot.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think going first is probably the worst way you could go.
I'm gonna go with a first heel champion. I'm gonna pick Jada Parker. What about you, Mayor of Canton?
I'm going to heel also, but I'm going a different direction because I'm falling in love with her every single time I see her walk out on that screen. Fallon Henley, she has been fantastic in every role they've given her. I like the more evil version of her, still in very short denim outfits, but it still works for her. So Fallon Henley all the way.
I had forgotten that Fallon Henley was a heel. I don't know how I forgot, but I'd forgotten. Maybe it's the shorts. What about you, Glenn?
Yeah, if she starts wearing like cargo pants or something into the ring, that's a real heel move.
That's how you really get the fans against you.
With what they've been doing over the last few weeks, so I've got to go Fallon Henley as well. They've done a good job of turning her heel.
Well, there we go. We are falling in love with Fallon Henley. Yeah. The next match is it's the NXT Underground match. It's Shayna Baszler versus Hips Don't Lie or Fists Don't Lie, one or the other. Lola Vice. What do you think? Who think's winning this NXT Underground match, Mayor of Canton? I think it's crazy because I know people don't look at it like this, and I know like Shayna Baszler had a much longer MMA career than Lola Vice. I think Lola Vice only had like 5 or 6 fights, but they both were MMA fighters. So, and put that as for what it's worth.
Yeah, and I think that as her name, I think was Valerie Loretta back then, her real name possibly.
Yeah.
She was at the top end of it. Like she was in major promotions fighting. I want to say it might have even been UFC, but
I believe she was fighting.
Was it Strike Force?
Bellator, I believe.
Bellator?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, she had a legitimate career. Oh God, Shayna Baszler. I mean, is she the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion, or is that Asuka? I feel like they're close.
It's one of those two.
Asuka.
So if they're gonna have Lola Vice go over her here, that's huge for her. I wouldn't be mad at it either.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I feel like that's the future. You build for the future, and I'm gonna go. Lola Vice wins here. Those hips don't lie. She shakes them a lot, maybe too much, but not too much.
Say that Booker T thought that her and that Sexy Red should have a twerk off, and I said I'd rather gouge my own eyes out, not because of Lola Vice, but because of anyway. Now my mic's falling apart. Glenn, you go ahead and pick, and I'll sort my life out.
Well, to quote the SmackDown Hotel thing for this, it says that it is an exclusive to wrestlers from the NXT brand. So unless Shayna Baszler has gone back down to NXT full time, There can only be one winner, Lola Vice.
Mm.
Yeah, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for her to
I
to
know,
win if she's not going to be down there, right?
I know they've run out of tag team partners for her on the main roster, but
Well, she's still teaming with fucking Zoe Stark because
Zoe, yeah.
oh right,
because yeah, they just had a match with what's their faces on Raw, the tag team champions, Team Abs.
yeah.
I'm trying to see if Shayna Baszler's the longest reigning NXT champion or Asuka, but my keyboard's not working correctly. I think it's Asuka though. But
I think you're right. I think it was Asuka.
Because she had to, she gave it up, didn't she, rather than lost it?
yeah, Asuka did just give it up. Yeah, I believe Shayna lost it to Rhea Ripley. I believe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure somebody will fact check us if we're wrong.
But that's still a big win for her, especially in an MMA setting for this. Like that's good. I'd like to see it happen. I don't know if it will, but I'd like to see it happen.
It makes the most sense. I mean, she's an up and coming person. I'm sure they've got a lot of plans for her because I mean, no matter what she does, she's going to be over with the crowd because goddamn if I look at her. I'm going to agree with you guys. It makes no sense for Shayna Baszler to win, so I'm going to go with Lola the Hip Spice. That should be her finishing maneuver. She like does something with her hips, and it's called the hip vice.
The vice grip.
The vice grip, the hip grip, the hip vice grip. I don't know. That's another thing I want to talk about from Monday Night Raw that I forgot to talk about. I think Liv Morgan might need to be arrested for workplace sexual harassment.
Yeah, I couldn't get away with that.
No, she seems to be stalking. If it was the other way around, the people would want that person locked up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm watching her walk up on Dom as his heart's thumping through his chest like a fucking cartoon.
Tom's like, I just got married 3 months ago. Come on now.
Yeah.
The look on his face is I was like, don't do this to me.
Yeah, he's definitely like,
I've always had to.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna have some splaining to do, Lucy.
I've had to do some explaining about Mammy anyway.
Yeah.
Another one.
So goddamn, Liv Morgan, leave the poor man alone. He's terrified. Thank God Finn Balor was there to save him. All right, the next match is let's go with the NXT Tag Team Championship match. It is Nathan Frazier and Axiom battling the OC, which is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Glenn, you know the mayor gets to go first. Wait, who went first last time? Don't lie to me either.
I think I went first. I picked.
Okay, Glenn, it's up to you, pal.
Well, there's only one way I'm going to go, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, and it's not the original, the OG or whatever they call themselves. Axiom and Nathan Fraser all day. I can't even understand why Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are in an NXT Tag Team Championship match.
I'm not really sure how they got there either. You're right. Mayor, what do you think? You gonna take the OC?
No. Even though I met Luke Gallows and he seemed like a swell fellow.
They seem like guys that they would be okay to have a couple of cocktails with. Absolutely.
He was definitely drinking a lot that night. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to have them win there. I'm just guessing that they're still under contract because they were under that time frame where it seemed like they were trying to protect wrestlers from signing with AEW at the time. Yeah. So they started putting people under contracts about 2 years ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if this contract runs out and we don't see it renewed. But I don't wish that upon anyone.
Well, they let them go and brought them back though. Like they brought them back once the first time that they.
Oh, did they? I thought they signed them right as soon as they started up AEW.
I think that because they were gonna go, I think to AEW, but then Triple H talked them out of it, and I think that Triple H felt bad because he talked them out of it, and then they lost that deal or whatever, and had to DNA. I think Triple H felt bad, and so I think that's why he brought him back because he just felt bad about what happened.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them being down NXT. I think it's probably good for them right now, but they should be putting over other teams. And like Glenn said, there's no reason why they should be in an NXT Tag Team Championship match. It's just, it doesn't, there's no reason why that needs to happen. So yeah, Nathan and Nathan Frazier and Axiom for me as well. Then we get a triple threat match for the North American Championship. It is Oma Femi versus Wesley versus Joe Kofi. Now, I thought that it was Josh Briggs in this match. So I don't know when it changed to Joe, but like whatever. I guess it's my turn to go first. Unless they're planning on moving Oma Femi up soon, which I don't think they are. There's no reason to take the belt off him. If someone does win it from him, maybe Wesley, but I feel like it's going to be Oma Femi and Joe's only in this match to take the pin, because you don't want Wesley to eat that pin just yet because he just came back. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking Oma Femi. What about you, Glenn?
For all the same reasons as you. It's got to be over Femi. There's no reason. As you say, Joe Coffey's just there as a jobber to do the job for him and protect Wesley.
Yeah. Mayor of Canton, tell us why you think that Joe Kofi will be the next NXT North American champion.
If you would have told me Briggs was in this, I might have actually taken Briggs. I thought he was built up to be in this match, like you said. It unless he got injured, it doesn't really make a whole heck of a lot of sense why he's not in this. But between those three, it's got to be Obafemi. I mean, he's got to retain here. It just the other two kind of seem thrown together into the feud, even though I know Wesley was he came out when Briggs and Obo were both out there, but it still just seems really thrown together and wouldn't make a lot of sense for Wesley even to win here.
Okay, so it was supposed to be a triple threat between Wesley, Ivar, and Briggs. But then Ivar got injured and they put Joe in for him. And that's how Joe got it. Then Joe, I don't know. Hold on. Ivar ended up getting injured and taken out of action for a different period of time. General manager then replaced Joe with Ivar in the triple threat match. The following week, both Lee and Joe pinned Briggs. So they both pinned Briggs. Which means both of them. Wow. Okay.
I feel like Briggs and Jensen just keep getting the short end of the stick because those are two talented dudes that could be like doing big things.
That's some shit WCW booking there.
I swear to God, I didn't make that up. I read it. I fucking swear.
Yeah, I mean, both those guys.
Did make it up, but I didn't.
They lost in a Judy Bagwell and a pole match, so they're both out of them.
Now they're both in the triple threat match. I don't know how that works, but I guess so. Fine, whatever. Everybody picked? Glenn, I'm sorry, Mary. Did you pick? Yes, you picked.
Yeah.
I wanted you to pick Joe Kofi, but you wouldn't do it.
No.
That's what it was. All right. So we're down to the last two. It is the NXT Women's Championship match. I mean, this is kind of cool. We got the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, taking on the Knockouts. Do they still call them Knockouts?
Yeah.
The Knockouts Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace. I mean, if you haven't seen Jordynne Grace perform, you're in for a treat because she is pretty fucking impressive.
She certainly is.
Yeah. She's the female genetic freak, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. She built like a tank.
Yeah, she really.
I mean, let's not be
at the Royal Rumble. I mean, everybody was talking about her at the Royal Rumble. She was, and I mean, I'm sure this match will be very interesting. But you got like a real strong Jack versus a real small maniacal person, so should be interesting. Glenn?
It's going to end in a dodgy finish, isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you tell us? How do you think it's going to end, Glenn?
I think Roxanne Perez gets herself disqualified. Uses a chair or something on Jordynne Grace because she's losing.
I mean, I don't hate that because then you protect, the Knockouts champion too at the same time. So
that's right.
That's a good one. What do you think, Mayor of Canton?
Trying to think who Roxanne Perez was feuding with before this. Was it Lyra Valkyrie, and then she got moved up?
Yeah.
So that's that kind of washes that out. So the kind of that story's over. Man.
Yeah, because their last big show was Stand and Deliver.
So I really feel like that whatever happens here probably will also be the end of the road for whatever's going to happen. And I don't think NXT is going to want their women's champion losing. So it's either going to be a dodgy finish, like Glenn said, or they're going to have Roxanne go over. And I don't normally ever pick Roxanne. I don't know why, but I've really been liking her heel run. So I'm going to change my birds of my feather here and pick Roxanne Perez to win.
Roxanne! I don't know why, but I've been waiting to do that since we started doing this.
To put on the red.
I'm surprised that it's taking me this long that Roxanne Perez has been around. That mean you haven't started singing that yet.
This is the first time, so I don't know.
I'm shocked. It hasn't happened yet.
I haven't sung Layla either. Has there been a wrestler named Layla?
There was that wrestler Layla back in the day. She was in Lay Cool.
Oh yeah, Michelle and Layla, whatever, something or other.
Yeah, Layla. Yeah, I don't. They didn't have last names, and that was just when they only had one name.
Yeah.
She was a British girl, I think, wasn't she?
She was.
She was, yes.
I was a big fan of her. She had dark curly hair. Imagine that. So does Roxanne Perez, and I picked Roxanne Perez to win this. And that not because of that, just because I don't think, like what you guys said, she's gonna leave with the belt regardless, whether it's a smudge finish or she wins. It'll be interesting to see if we get any more, if we get any people going down to, TNA from NXT and vice versa. It'll be interesting to see if we get any more of that. Because I've seen things online that says that they've agreed to work together a little bit, which I think is cool. Which I think that's always a cool thing to do. Breaking open that, I'm not going to say that whatever door that they fucking call it because that shit annoys me. But anyway, yeah. So
the forbidden door sounds like something you might get the cops called on you if you cross.
But no matter how drunk your wife is, she never lets you in the forbidden door.
Oh boy, we've taken a turn for the worse here, ladies and gentlemen.
Or for the better, I'm not sure. Yeah. All right, it's the main event. It is Trick Williams versus the first guy to have his NXT Championship match on his debut match since fucking Kevin Owens. Trick Williams versus Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. The Mayor, you get the distinction of picking first on the last one.
Whew. I'm going to shock you guys on this one. I'm a huge Ethan Page fan. He was one of my favorite guys in AEW. Like, I loved this guy. And what a way to debut and shock the system in an NXT worded way. Have Ethan Page go over here. Have him beat Trick Williams cleanly. The guy clearly has charisma. He has crowd control. Seems to have a decent social media following based on all of the views that happened when he debuted. Was it maybe just because people are like, oh, what happened here? But I really like Ethan Page.
I saw an abundance more of whining online. If that means
whining's a good thing. Whining is a good thing because it still means views.
That's true. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just noticed.
So that. I'm gonna go Ethan Page wins it here. I know no one else is gonna say that, but Ethan Page wins cleanly here.
I won't go as far as to pick Ethan Page to win here. I think Trick is probably gonna retain, but at the same time, you think like Trick could go up to the main roster. I don't know if they want to do that until the next year's draft, but do we really want to wait a whole nother year to put Trick on the main roster? I wouldn't wait another year. Personally, I wouldn't wait another year. So, I mean, he could potentially lose it. And just like you, Mayor, I think Ethan Page is a great talent. I mean, he's not the greatest in-ring wrestler, but he's also pretty good. He's got great promos. He's a great heel. He can even be a good face if he needs to be. And he seems like a genuinely nice person and a good guy. And he's an action figure collector like myself, so I'm always on the side. But yeah, I've always been a fan of Ethan Page since before he even got signed by AEW and he was wrestling on the Indies. When he was chubby Ethan Page, when he looked like he was 6 months pregnant and he was wrestling, I thought he was good. But I'm going to pick Trick Williams to win, to retain the championship. What about you, Glenn?
I'm torn. I can see Trick retaining, and I can see ways of them put and reasons for them putting the title on Ethan Page. I'm gonna whoop that Trick.
Whoop it. You. I don't know why. So there you have it. There's our picks. Somebody's gonna win and somebody's gonna lose because we didn't agree on all of them, so that's always a good thing. Although I'm kind of not feeling good about my Jada Parker pick at this point, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. So that's it. I don't anything else that anyone else wants to say before we wrap this up and start watching some Slamboree.
Just enjoy it as Sunday pay-per-view, everybody.
That doesn't start at 9:30 like I thought it was going to.
God.
Yeah, everybody, enjoy that. If you're watching on YouTube, bye-bye.
Yeah.